closer to them. Tom winks at me with that old reliable smile, letting me know he has everything under control. He will take care of them. I can relax. As Aaron and Cian shovel Rice Krispies into their mouths like the winner is going to get a prize, I glance at the clock on the wall above the window. Look at the time, I better get going. I kiss both boys, hugging them tightly before making my way upstairs to Amber's room. Like most 15-year-olds on a Saturday morning, Amber is still asleep when I open the door. Her gentle breath warms my skin when I kneel over to kiss her. Amber stirs, eyes still closed, as she mumbles, "See you later, Mum." Before closing the door behind me, I take one last peek at her, then gently release the handle. "You might need this," Tom says, handing me an umbrella when I get downstairs, "and this." He takes the bottle of water that he'd left on the table from behind his back and laughs. "I don't know what you'd do without me." "Neither do I say, hugging him briefly before taking the bottle and pushing it into my overloaded bag. "Bye, Mum." Cian and Aaron sit at the window, repeatedly shouting goodbye to me, their little hands waving air kisses blowing guilt my way. It's like I'm leaving for a fortnight's holiday every time I go to work. Tom is standing behind them, also blowing me a kiss. I hate leaving them, leaving Tom. But I don't have a choice, so I smile, wave, and pull out of the driveway. Now I'm Sally, the hairdresser. The city is slower to wake on a Saturday, less traffic. I get to the car park in no time, pick a spot nearest the exit, and grab my bag from the floor. The rain has eased to a damp haze. It feels good, waking my senses, preparing me for the day ahead. Quickening my step, I continue my short journey towards the hair salon. Cake, sticky tape, paper cups. I close the list in my head and continue down the street. It's 8 a.m. The birds are done, their song replaced by the opening of shutters, footsteps, the odd greeting. "Good morning. Terrible day." Moore Street is not the prettiest street in Dublin, but it has a comfortable feel at this early hour. Traders pulling their stalls into position. Same stalls, same positions. Fruit and veg, flowers and fish. The pungent smell from the fish stall forces me to hold my breath. I hurry past, but the stench still manages to creep into my nostrils. At the top of the street, I cross the main thoroughfare and enter the coffee shop on the corner. The usual, Sal. Graham, the coffee guy, already has his hand on the barista machine, preparing my order when I step inside. There's no one else here, but in an hour's time the queue will be out the door. "Thanks, Graham." I hand him the exact change, which I always have ready in my pocket, then take my order and leave. When the boys were born, I cut my working hours to 3 days a week. Perfect time for everyone, including myself. But circumstances beyond my control forced me back to work full time. And even though I prefer to be at home with Tom and the kids, it's not the worst thing. I get to put makeup on first thing in the morning, scan my thinning closet for something fashionable to wear, and put my feet in high-heeled shoes. My day is spent in the company of adults, though at 37 years old, I'm regarded as one of the old folk now. Elsie is sitting in the usual spot outside the shop front when I arrive. Everything she possesses packed into 2 bags, tucked tightly on either side of her worn frame. For the last 2 years she has sat under the narrow shelter provided by the small awning jutting out from the salon. This is the spot where she opens her sleeping bag at night and dreams about having a roof over her head someday. Elsie never speaks about the circumstances that led her to being homeless, but everything about her suggests it was not always the case. Her clothes, her skin, her knowledge of which restaurants to visit and which to avoid. I've been tempted to ask her how she lost it all and to tell her I nearly did too. But something in her dignity stops me, tells me not to go there, just let it be. Thank you.